Hi guys, Christopher Cusick here and welcome to the Christopher Cusick American Horror Story Cult UK After Show Episode 1. Now, I did plan to do this last night before I did plan to do this video live right after the episode, but I kind of had a bit of a change of mind just because it is after the premieres. It would be 11 at night. I have family was sleeping, and I just thought, no, I don't want to be loud. Right, so thank you for watching. There is going to be spoilers ahead for the first episode of American Horror Story, so if you have not yet seen the first episode of American Horror Story, don't watch this. Just don't watch this. So, before I talk about this episode, I want to talk about American Horror Story first as a whole. So, I wanted to mention American Horror Story. So, I wanted to talk about a bit about the structure of seasons beforehand. Season American Horror Story season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is like amazing. What is so amazing and memorable about What is so amazing and memorable about them is it's one big, I'm going to use a word, clusterfuck. And by that I mean season 1, when I watched season 1, I was just so confused. I'm like, there's so many things going on at once, and it was hard to keep up with. And over time, you kind of got to understand stuff, and things kind of made sense after the while, and things unfolded. But it was just one big, massive clusterfuck with loads of side stories, millions of stories going on at once, and But that was American Horror Story, and I got used to that. And once again, it got to a big clusterfuck in season 2. Season 3, yeah, that was a bit of a clusterfuck. They focus on more than one character. That's what I mean by clusterfuck. Like, in a new episode, there might be, oh, here's a character you should worry about. Episode 5, oh, here's a character you should worry about. New episode, here's a new character you should worry about. And it was just like that, something new every episode, and just new things, and like loads of things happening at once. It was hard to keep up with, but that's American Horror Story. So that kind of happened season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just one big clusterfuck. Then season 6, was that much of a clusterfuck? No. This season, is it much of a clusterfuck? No. So what my point here, what I'm trying to say is that it's like season 1 to 5 is just like a big season 1 to 5 is just a big build up of many things happening at once, just crazy stuff. And then after season 5, it's like, right, we're going to take a step back and make it easy for you to keep up with. We're going to make it easy. It's going to be super easy. We're just going to have, like, not a massive story, just maybe one main one, maybe a little side one, something like that. Something you can actually keep up with. So, that's what they kind of decided to do. Well, it looks like that's what they're doing. And, what I'm trying to say is, season 7, 8, 9, it's going to be a lot more calmer than season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they've got a bit of a slow throat. But I just wanted to get out of the way, talk about the structure and how things are going down. So writing, like the writing season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is crazy, all over the place, and it goes slowly down. It's like, let's not do too much at once, so it kind of went down. So that's just me talking about structure. Hopefully that didn't bore you guys. But what are we going to talk about next? Now we're going to actually talk about the episode of Cult. Did I like it? I I actually loved it. I really, really loved it. And this is going to be an amazing series. I can just feel it already. So let's talk about what happened in this episode. So what did happen in this episode? Well, we're introduced to the main characters by the presidential election of 2016. We get to see some live the actions of the election. Sarah Paulson's character Ali, her wife, and she's with a bunch of friends watching the election live on TV, and finding out it's Donald Trump, and they're just like, holy shit. Can't believe the world has come to this. And Ali has a breakdown. Ali, she sounds like she's Ali's the kind of how do I say this? Ali blah, blah, blah. She words blah, 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 blah. Ali. So she kind of suffers a lot just from I would say panic attacks. She worries too much about things. But since Obama has been leader of America, she's been fine. But now she's got Donald Trump. She's in fear of all her phobias again, and she's like, all her phobias are turning back onto her. Everything she's scared of, everything she wasn't scared of, is suddenly making her scared again. That maybe stuff like I don't know. I just want to give an example. Like maybe before Obama was president, she was scared of clowns. But because Obama was such a good president, the fear goes down. And now that Trump is president, the fear has risen very high. So she is just in fear, and she feels like people is trying to kill her. So Ali, she has a wife. I forgot her wife's name. And they have presumably an adopted boy. I'll get more into that later when I talk about series. So that's Ali's character. And Evan Peters, on the other hand, I actually really love Evan Peters' character. This might be one of my favourite Evan Peters characters, actually. He's crazy. He might be one of the craziest Evan Peters characters I have seen. But it's a different kind of crazy. He'll just... he's so crazy and messed up. He's such a troublemaker, and he loves other people's fears. He voted for Trump. He is super enthusiastic that Trump is now president, and he talks in the court, because there's a court case asking about more police in the area. I forgot exactly where it's set. Massachusetts. I might be wrong. That's just a guess. Michigan. I can't remember where it's actually set. But they're looking for more police, and Kai Anderson, Evan Peters' character, is like, no, don't want police. So he speaks out against it. But unfortunately, that gets nobody really listens to his opinion. Sorry, I'm getting a shaky hand right now. Nobody really listens to his opinion, and yeah. So he kind of goes off. He's a bit of a crazy guy. I think it's his sister, Winter. She is quite sad. She voted for Hillary. She's a bit in fear, but it looks like because Kai is relieved, he's like taking people on his side. Like Winter, they're working together even though they're totally two different people. Winter, she is a kind of a bad character, but I think Kai has made her that way. So let's talk about the cult itself, or is it the cult? That's my question. The first... My hand is so shaky, let's swap hands. The first sighting of the cult is probably when Ali is in a supermarket, right after the doctor appointment. Oh, wait a minute, let's go back a bit. Twisty the Clown. Oh my god. So, there was a scene, and I was just like, oh my god. As soon as that scene started, I'm like, this is a reference to Freak Show. So it was like kind of very, very grassy. The grass was very overgrown and trees and all that. And a couple having sex, getting on it, and the girls like they look very punk rock, by the way. They've got tattoos, they've got the what do you call them, piercings, stuff like that. The girl's got a piercing in her tongue, and the girl's like, do you hear something? I think someone's watching us. And the guy is like, I know who's watching us, Twisty the Clown. There's a legend about 50 or 60 years ago that where we are right now, people maked out, and Twisty the Clown scissored the guy and stuff like that. And they're like, holy shit, well, and they're like, okay. Then suddenly Twisty the Clown appears, and he does the same thing from Freak Show, and it's like flowers, and then the bats, and then bang bang. But right before he like bangs out the dude brings out a gun. Because what I like about the scene, it's exactly like the scene from Freak Show, but it's more 21st century, which I really, really love. It's very 2017. And he brings out a gun he has, shoots Twisty twice, and he's like, holy shit, this guy is invincible, what the fuck? And Twisty, like, knocks him out, stabs him, slits his throat, this girl runs off, and then she runs off, she hides in Twisty's bus. And that was quite a bad idea. He goes to his bus, he's like looking, she's hiding. 911, what's your emergency? Because the girl's like called 911, and Twisty hears that, and she's like, holy shit. And you don't see this, but I think this is a bit of a reference to season 3 to Spalding. He slices off her tongue, and you can see the tongue on the ground. And then Twisty takes off his mask. You can see, like, because he's shot, like the big hole in his mouth and just bits of teeth everywhere. He picks up the dead girl's phone. Wrong number. Saying, like, wrong number. And then suddenly zoom out, because this is all in a magazine. And I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome. And it's actually Oz, sorry. So Ali's adopted son, presumably Oz, is leading this magazine of Twisty Chronicles. And then you see him saying, wrong number, stuff like that. And Ali is like, you were supposed to be sleeping half an hour ago. What are you doing? And he hides a magazine. And she's like, oh, come on, what are you reading? And she says something like, it doesn't hurt to see a boob or the penis. So maybe he's been looking at a dirty magazine. She's presuming, takes it. She freaks the fuck out because she has a phobia of clowns, and she faints. So I'm not going to talk about exactly everything in detail what happens. I just wanted to talk about that because that was an awesome part of what happened. Now, the cult itself, Ali, after having a breakdown, she speaks to her doctor, Cheyenne Jackson, played by Cheyenne Jackson. I mean, forgot the doctor's name. He prescribes her with drugs, but she really doesn't want to take drugs. She goes shopping, and the shopping mall is dead. Nobody is inside. It is dead except for one worker, and she's like trying to speak to the worker, saying stuff like, that's crazy what that guy says. The house phone is going. It's crazy what she... my brother will get it. That's putting me off. She's like saying crazy what Donald Trump's been saying. And this guy, you find out that this worker's actually a supporter. He puts on his cap, Make America Great Again. She's shopping, and she sees clowns everywhere. And oh my god, she sees clowns having anal. It's just an amazing scene. And I just want to say the design for the masks and the clowns are amazing. So much detail into them. Yeah? Who's it? It's Mum. Hello? Hi, Mum. I'm good. No, I wasn't. No, I just had a bit of a cough and a flu. Like, I'm with him, Finlay. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was just recording a YouTube video. Yeah. Well, I'm live right now. Yeah. I'm talking about American Horror Story, because it's back. I was back on yesterday. Sorry? What's a good horror film to watch? I don't know. Alright, that's good. American Horror Story, yeah. Well, it's my favourite TV show. Yeah. Sorry? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm only working on Sundays now, by the way. I've been moved to Sundays. Yeah. Okay. Um, he, uh, he didn't really say much. He was just saying, like, put it behind us and all that. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. College is good. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah, get along with everyone well. Yeah. Yeah, I've been out a lot, actually. Yeah, because, yeah. Wednesday, yeah. I don't know, actually. Maybe, maybe not. I might, I don't know. Yeah. Right, okay. 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 Yeah. Finlay! Mum! She wants to speak to you. And close my door on the way out. You don't leave it open. We were talking about the supermarket. Close my door. Finlay, don't stand at my door. Close my door. Finlay! Finlay! Right. He's a piss taker. He doesn't close my door. Right, sorry about that. So we were talking about the supermarket. She's in the supermarket, finds out the only worker there that the Trump supporter. Then crazy things happen. There's clowns having anal sex in one of the aisles. There's a clown going about on like an electric scooter. And like I was saying, the design on each masks are amazing. They are incredibly amazing. Yeah, and heavy music playing like on the tannoy system, and just like holy shit. And she runs out into her car. She calls her girlfriend, or wife. I think it's her wife actually. And there's a clown in the back of the car, and she freaks out. And yeah, and the next scene of her is in her house, and a detective is saying that they've talked to the guy in the shop. Says nothing happened. He says the guy in the shop seen her freak out. That's all he's seen. So yeah, I'm not going to talk much more about the story. I'm going to talk a bit about series now. First of all, I want to say Evan Peters' character, Kai Anderson, there's people, I've been watching a lot of videos online, and people saying, oh yeah, Kai Anderson is the leader of the cult. There's actually no scenes that clarifies that. There's no scenes that links Kai together with the cult. Yeah, Kai is a very easy guy who could probably lead a cult, but there's no clarification of it, and I don't even know if he actually has anything to do with the cult. So it's quite a confusing thing. He might not even be part of these clowns. He might have no relation to them. But, oh wait. Let's just jump back into story. I'm going to go back into a bit of story. So Winter, Kai's sister, after Donald Trump being elected, the babysitter is missing, presumably runs off, because it's presumed that she's, I might be wrong, but it's presumed she's maybe Mexican, or I don't know, she's foreign or something like that. So she's gone, so they're looking for someone, and they hire Winter. And Winter pretends she likes kids and all that. But you kind of learn that Winter is kind of a dark person when she's looking after Oz, when Ali's away. Oh yeah, Ali and her wife owns a place called Butchery on Main. It's kind of like a restaurant, and it's quite cool. And they want to own the place so that they're doing stuff like be owning the place. Winter looking after Oz, but this is no ordinary babysitter. She sees that she sees that Oz draws a picture of Twisty the Clown from the comic, and she was like, have you ever seen like anyone die? And he was like, no. And she goes on the dark web and searches up videos of like people killing people, and shows Oz this, and which is kind of messed up. You can tell Winter's kind of messed up in the head, and she's like, I'm away to get cookies, cookies and milk, something like that. So she goes off, stuff like that. So there was more cult stuff, but I'm just going to leave that out. Talk a bit about series. Yeah, so like I was saying, I don't even know if Kai has anything to do with the cult. He is one crazy flipper fucker, but he might not have anything to do because there's no clarification. People just presume he's the leader of the cult, but I don't know. I don't think so. So, let's talk a bit about Ali. Ali, see the Parsons character, and the cult. I'm going to talk about Ali and the cult. So Ali, because I feels are coming back, these are kind of maybe hallucinations and shit like that, and just seeing like people everywhere. And it raises the question, is there even a cult of clowns, or is this all in Ali's head? Is there even a bunch of killer clowns going about? I don't know. It's such a good question. I don't even know. What I like about the season, it's there's been one episode. This is probably the most psychological season I have watched. Just because you don't know if this cult is real or not. It might be real, it might not be real, I don't know. And you're kind of like taking on Ali's journey of her feels, stuff like that. So it's a big question if there even is a cult, or if it's just like hallucinations and shit, if it's just Ali's brain. Right, okay, what else? Let's talk about, we'll talk about Oz. Let's talk about Oz. I went on a few videos online just seeing, like, what series people had. And there was a series that, that Oz is possibly Kai's son. Now, that would explain why they're targeting Ali and her family in particular. Because maybe he wants his son back. Maybe he's so crazy the police took his son away from him. And that makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's why he's targeting Ali, his wife, stuff like that. And the cult's kind of going after her. So that's maybe why. Maybe he wants his son back. But before cult started, in the series and the trailers, there's been a theory that Oz might be the Antichrist, the son of Tate. And when I was watching a video about that theory that that Oz is Kai's son, people were saying Oz does look like Evan Peters because he's got a Tate look to him. But if he's got a Tate look to him, why do you think it's Kai's his father? Now, I have got to admit, Oz, he has got that Tate hair, which I love. That might be an Easter egg, or might not. Or it might actually be foreshadowing that he is the son of Tate Langdon, which is quite awesome to think about. So we've talked about that. Now, this is my most interesting thought. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to talk about. A Siri. What Siri? I do think of a Siri. Oh, I forgot. I was going to write. Oh, do you know what? I might bring up in next week's episode, or I might remember. But let's talk. Oh, now I forgot the other one too. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was going to talk about. Everyone, except from Ali, even Ali's wife, everyone you see, the guy in the supermarket, everyone looks suspicious. And you're thinking, what if everyone except Ali is something to do with this cult? What if everybody in her life is actually part of this cult and trying to attack her and get something from her? There was a serious scene on, it was the title of a video. It was clickbait. It was like, is Ali's wife evil? They never actually talked about it. It was just clickbait. But it made me think, what if everybody is evil except even the doctor, even Ali's doctor, psychiatrist or whatever? He's suspicious, and I just think he may be part of this cult. The guy at the supermarket may be part of the cult. Oh, and Colin Haynes' character, who's a detective, who you see very little of at the end, and you just see a little second of him at a door, because he's talking about the supermarket stuff to Ali's wife, sorry. Even the detective looks suspicious. And it's so crazy. And you know what? What if... I don't know. What if Kai's trying to stop the cult? And everyone is a cult? I don't know. I don't think Kai has much to do with this cult. I don't know. It's very confusing. Once again, I just want to say... awesome design on the masks. Like I mentioned earlier, but the masks are super creepy. Let me talk about scares for the minute, because there was some scary moments when the cult was around the clowns. It's not incredibly scary. They are there, but it's not incredibly scary. I could be honest, they could work at upping their game on making the season a little more scarier. But do you know what? They don't have to do that. That's their decision. Because to keep it psychological, you've got to keep the scales down. You've got to keep the optimism up. You've got to keep audience optimism high and up. So, that's me talking about series. What do I think is going to happen next? I don't know. That's a good question. What will happen next? Now, what do I think is going to happen to Ali's character? She's probably just going to get shit aimed at by these clowns and all that. Kai's character? He's looking for some kind of a following. Something like that. Oz? I don't know. I think the cult's going to take him away. What if the cult takes him away? Yeah. Dark, creepy shit. And if the cult does take him away, that's kind of an homage to season 6, which would be bad, actually. Yeah. So, connection-wise, it really somehow does connect. Oh, one big question. I'm almost forgetting about my main question. So, I just want to say very quickly, after watching the first episode, there are so many questions that I've had out of all seasons together. Like, when you watch the first episode of maybe season 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or possibly 6, you're thinking, you've got loads of questions. You're like, what is this? What is that? But this season, I've got the most questions. Now, one big question I have, which nobody's really talked about in YouTube videos, is the Twisty comic book. My question is, who writes that shit? I'm not saying it's shit. Who writes the Twisty Chronicles? Who publishes the Twisty the Chronicles? And whoever creates these comics about Twisty, how do they know about Twisty? Are we going to find out about that? A comic creator who is possibly part of the Freak Show? Like, what? That would be crazy. I think there is going to be someone from Freak Show who will show up soon. Who's someone who's been affected by Twisty the Clown. Let's think about that for a minute. Who has seen Twisty the Clown? I don't know. Could be Twisty the Survivor. Could be Jimmy Darling. I don't know. Someone from Freak Show. I'm just saying. Someone from Freak Show is writing a comic about Twisty the Clown. Who writes this comic? That is my big, massive question for the season. Who knows about Twisty the Clown? Who creates a comic about it and who publishes it? My big question. And hopefully it will be answered. So I think that's more like, just before I end this, also on YouTube videos, people are saying we don't want this season to be too political because you watch TV show to get away from all the politics, to go in a different world, and this is involved with politics. When what's his name? How can I forget his name? The creator of American Horror Story, who I forgot the name of. That's bad. Earlier this year, there was a video online, and he was quite drunk. He admitted it afterwards. He was on a live TV show, and they were like, "Any news on season 7 of American Horror Story?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's going to be called American Horror Story Election," and everybody was just like, You can save that for the American Crime Story. What the fuck? But no. I knew when he said that. I'm just like, no, it's not going to be election. But he did admit, like 2 weeks after, that he was drunk. He doesn't know what he was thinking. He was put on the spot. He doesn't know why he said that. He done something like that. But yeah. People worry about this getting too political. I'm saying there's horror. This is the most political season. There's politics and there's horror. But I think they collide together so well. I think the horror factor is going to go up. Politics, the 2016 US presidential election, I think that's just like the setup for it all. I don't think there's going to be much more stuff to do with the election. It's just going to be very, very horror based from now on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any series or questions, comment down below. Yes. So please stay tuned next week. It won't be Friday, it will be Saturday. I don't know what time, sometime round about this, but hope you enjoyed this episode of the Christopher Cusick American Horror Story Cult UK After Show Episode 1. Stay tuned for the after show on the second episode next week. I'm Christopher Cusick. Peace out.